or another. Stand by. Welcome everyone to Teal and Scott's Pillow segment.
How about you? I'm not feeling so great today.
So should I cut?
Yes.
Today we hope you learn 5 key things that you should consider before taking on making a custom pillow. 1 is the size of your sofa or the chair that you are putting a pillow on. Number 2 is the fabric you select and things you consider around the fabric. 3 is the fillers. 4 is tips and tricks from how to make and finish the pillow. And 5 is how much pillows can transform your space. So the first thing we consider when we're talking about custom pillows is what space are we working with? Am I putting custom pillows on a huge sofa, a small chair? So in this case, I'm going to try to help you identify ways to measure the space that you're working with and identify the size of the pillows. Now, I'm a go big or go home girl. My pillows are going to be bigger than Aunt Sally's next door. But I can tell you that this is how I start. And that is the depth of the sofa identifies how many pillow stacks you have to move forward. The next thing you identify is the back height of the sofa. When you have a tall back of your seat of your sofa, you're gonna have more flexibility to go with a larger pillow. Can your pillows be taller in size than the back of your chair or sofa? Yes, so ma'am. It can be fluffed and buffed, chopped or cut, and it can reflect a different look. Don't tell your husbands or your partners. A lot of times when we sit down in our sofas, guess what happens? We move the pillow out of the way. I know. Why do we have them then? Because they look cute 99% of the time, and we can use them to cozy up and stack with. The next thing we want to talk about is the size of pillows that we're using. So as I said, I usually go big, and would be appropriate on a sofa or a large lounge chair, in my opinion, is you can go at least 24 to 26 inches. This is why I make so many custom pillows, because if you search the marketplace in retail right now, you're gonna find 18-inch square pillows or 20-inch square pillows. Now, a 20-inch square pillow on this sofa would give me that pillow. Now, does anyone think that looks good alone? No. So in this case, we have a chair that we recovered. If I were to put an accent pillow on this chair, why would I do it? Number 1, it helps your eye break up the patterns. Look what happened. Shazam. It looks great, right? This breaks up the patterns, adds some texture, and it kind of makes the chair more inviting. At least it does to me. Now, if I were to select a fabric for this pillow, I would go through all my samples, and I would take a bunch of samples, collect them at home, collect them at the fabric store, and identify how much they are per yard. That is item number 1, because it identifies your cost. Step 1. If you don't have a designer, which you should, go select fabrics from some of the national places like Joann Fabrics or
Etsy.
Get samples for those fabrics so you can bring them home, see what they feel like, see what they look like, and see if you actually like them. Touch and feel and what the fabrics are close up helps a lot. You really have to start with the measurements of what you're working with or the size of pillow that you think you need for the space. Talk to your upholsterer. Talk to the person and say, before you order the fabric, I've selected my fabric. I know how much it is per yard. How many yards are going to be required for the pillow that's 24 square, and how many yards are going to be required for a round sphere that I'm excited to put as an accent shape or texture in front of some of my big pillows. Before you order, be in communication with the person that's going to be reupholstering or making your pillow. That's a key. Here we are with Juan, my BFF when it comes to all things pillows. What's the most annoying thing when you're working with Teal?
Just sometimes confused about...
I'm confused or you're confused?
I am confused about the type of pillows that you want.
Yeah, because communication is key, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about pillow inserts. So there's 3 combinations, right?
We have the poly inserts, which is just a loose fiber.
Least expensive.
Correct.
Okay.
And then we have the down insert,
which is a little bit fluffier and gives more.
It lasts longer, and it comes in different types of blends. 1090, which means 10% down, 90% feathers.
Right.
You can go up all the way to 50-50. And of course, the more down, the more costly the pillow will be.
But if you go 50-50 down and feathers, which is softer, the down or the feathers?
The down.
I was gonna guess feathers. Down is softer than the feathers.
Right, it's really fluffy and very lightweight.
Okay.
So it would take a lot of down to fill up the pillow.
Juan, if we are not wanting to do polyester fill because it doesn't last and look great over time and it kind of clumps and it's hard to fluff and buff and make look good, I use all down. What is the next level up that would look good and fill up and not as cheap as polyester? What's the middle guy for the filler?
That will depend on the manufacturer.
Okay.
Because synthetic down is as expensive as
Real down.
real.
Got it.
Some manufacturers have a better price than others, and you can do some shopping around.
And that's why I tend to, it's naughty, but I order several pillows over the years from Amazon of different providers, and I found the one I like and I stick with it. If you want more about the pillow fillers that I use and learn more from Juan, please DM us. We want to tell you all about all the great things that Juan from Fine Furnishings does.
It's not DM and YouTube.
Oh, are we on YouTube? Let's tell people what welting is. This is what welting is. And it's a piece of fabric that is actually wrapped around a rope, and it kind of gives a good detail to the surround of the pillow. And sometimes people use welting and sometimes they do not. And you can see there's no roping and nothing attached here.
Correct.
Juan made most of these pillows. This one he didn't. And this is what we call a square edge pillow, right?
Or knife edge.
A knife edge. Okay, so this is what we call a knife edge pillow. And this is a pillow that has welting. So when you have a pillow and it's fabric on the top and you have welting, sometimes you have two different types of fabric. So those are two selections we can make, or we can also say that the welting is the same fabric as the pillow.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So next, let's talk about what a different type of corner detail on the pillows are. Would you say this is more modern, more traditional, more common, less common? What would you say about this corner edge?
It's just that traditional style.
Okay. Is it more costly to make a knife edge or a kissing pleat or a butterfly?
The knife edge is a simpler pillow. The one that costs more is the one that takes welt.
Okay, because it's additional labor and it's additional fabric and sewing that welting, that roping on with the fabric to that surrounding the pillow. Okay. How often do you do zipper closures versus buttons?
90% of the time is a zipper.
Okay. The reason why we put zipper closures on the pillows is obviously so we can not only get the filler in to fill the pillow, because this is really a pillow cover, but it's also to be able to take the pillow cover off and dry clean it as needed, or more importantly, change out the pillows, which sometimes we like to do for the seasons. But that's pretty designy. Change the look of your space and invest in custom pillows or invest in larger pillows that are more appropriate for scale, because what's designed? Scale is everything. Go along your sofa. You don't need pillows every 2 inches. So you can take your stack of 24-inch pillows or one 24-inch pillow and one store-bought 20-inch pillow. That looks great. But if you have a standard 84 to 96 long sofa, you need 2 24-inch square pillows for each corner of the sofa and 2 20-inch pillows if you want a symmetrical look. But if you're Wendy, sometimes you might do a 24 square and a 20 and just another 124 and a cute knot or another shape or another textured pillow. But the point is there's ways right there that I said that you can value engineer how many pillows and what size pillows you're getting. Hopefully you had a great time watching this video and can take away some tips and tricks that you can think about before you're making your next custom pillow. And pillows are the way to go, guys. They can transform your bed in your primary bedroom, your guest bedroom, your sofa, or your chair. Go pillows!
If you like this video, please click the like button. You know what to do. It's vital to keeping these videos coming for you. Thanks so much.
Should I say pillows are an easy and affordable way to transform your space? They're not really easy and affordable. They're actually hard and expensive. Good luck with your pillows.